They're off and racing. Jump away with 2,000 metres. ERTIJAAL breaks out alertly and is the one that takes them along in the early stages as they race through the first 200. So the blue jacket of ERTIJAAL showing well to the fore as they race through the first couple of 100 metres. Bianzoni is racing handily. At this stage, Act of War just tracks the pace, racing in third place with Seven Oceans a length away, racing in fourth. And then just behind these, Arniston is one from the tail with Catkin. The grey liquid Mercury just precedes that with Cram Bambouli. So with stamina assured, it's ERTIJAAL who leads them inside the final 1,400 metres. Act of War now moving up to dispute second place with Bianzino. A length and a half back to Seven Oceans with Cram Bambouli, who is half a length away as they make the turn. The grey liquid Mercury in sixth ahead of Arniston, and bringing up the rear is Catkin. So ERTIJAAL leading them past halfway in the Investec Cape Derby. In second place, the warm favourite in the black sleeve jacket, Act of War on the inside of Bianzino, who's always been close to the speed. Seven Oceans is a further length away with half to Cram Bambouli. Racing in sixth place, Liquid Mercury, then Arniston, and Catkin is still at the tail. ERTIJAAL has ensured that it's been an even gallop and still leads as they make the turn back towards home. Act of War well positioned to strike in second place as the two big guns lead the Investec Cape Derby field round the home turn. Just over 600 to travel, and ERTIJAAL in the blue with Act of War. Stridham just beginning to ask in second to go in pursuit of the leader, who still travels well. Then Bianzino, Cram Bambouli from out of the pack as they make their way with 400 to travel. ERTIJAAL, Act of War being delivered on the right hand side, moves up to challenge the long time leader, and the two of them are clear of Arniston, and back in fourth place Liquid Mercury. ERTIJAAL still leads. Over on the far side, Act of War was asked, but the cupboard was bare, and ERTIJAAL has run the finish out of the favourite and indeed of the field, and will make every single yard. Unbeaten record intact. The derby goes to ERTIJAAL. ERTIJAAL won the derby comfortably, a blanket for second. Maybe Liquid Mercury, Cram Bambouli, Arniston, and Act of War. Back in sixth place behind those was Catkin, Seven Oceans, and Bianzino. A stun shock in the derby. ERTIJAAL, with stamina proven at 2,000 metres, has run the finish out of Act of War. Unbeaten now in 4 starts, Mike de Kock and Gavin Lerena take out the derby. Act of War had every chance and indeed may well have been swamped for the minor honours as well. 4-horse go for that, with the grey Liquid Mercury on the outside, Cram Bambouli, Arniston, and Act of War. They were all involved for the minor honours. Maybe just Liquid Mercury on the outside for second. Very close indeed for third. The judge will need the magnifying glass there. Well, it was poised for a clash at the top of the home straight. ERTIJAAL with Act of War and a break on the field. But when Pierre Stridham went for Act of War, he wobbled, whereas ERTIJAAL ran straight and true and has maintained his unbeaten record. And ERTIJAAL, not necessarily a shock winner of the derby, shock in the sense that he's beaten Act of War, but has proven himself to be a very classy horse, unbeaten in 4 starts, and takes out the 2015 Investec Cape Derby.
Well, a really impressive win by the Mike de Kock trained son of Artspun. ERTIJAAL, he came down to the Cape to take on the champ, and he's given him an absolute hiding. Went straight to the front, did Gavin Lerena, had no hesitation. I suppose he wanted to test the champion's stamina, and that he did. It was obvious once they straightened for home that Act of War was under a bit of pressure just to stay with him. And with 400 metres to run, this horse had skipped a couple of lengths clear and was not going to be denied. Came away to win well, did number 4, ERTIJAAL. It's very close for the minor placings.
So the official result of the Investec Cape Derby. A win for number 4, ERTIJAAL, by Hard Spun, out of Al Haria, bred by Chadwell Stud, and owned by Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum, partnered by Gavin Lerena for trainer Mike de Kock. Second, number 1, Act of War. Third, number 5, Liquid Mercury, and a dead heat for 4th place between numbers 7, Arniston, and 8, Cram Bam Bewley. 4, 1, 5, dead heat 4th, 7 and 8. The run time 2:03.82.
Number 4, ERTIJAAL, has come through in a good finish to the Grade 1 Investec Cape Derby. It looked to be a 2-horse race between the 4, ERTIJAAL and Act of War, but ERTIJAAL just too good from the Mike de Kock stable this afternoon under a pearl of a ride by Gavin Lerena, who comes home to score in this R1 million race. And I have to say, he rode a very confident race going in. He has been unbeaten in his starts to date, and I know he comes with a bit of a reputation, but it was his first outing on a left-hand turn. Not going to be easy for you, but you dictated, you stole the race. Well done.
Thank you very much, Jules. It's just wonderful riding classical horses, and big thank you to Mr. de Kock and to Matthew and the whole team for believing in me. You know, it's a real feather in my cap to sit on such a special horse, and it's just wonderful when a plan comes together. You know, they had this race earmarked, and I was lucky enough to get the ride, and what a wonderful horse.
I know when we chatted in his last start back in Gauteng, Gav, it was almost like the penny hadn't really quite started to drop, but when he pitched up at the races today, it's almost like the boy's become a little bit of a man.
Certainly, Jules. He looked a picture in the ring today, and he knew what he was out for. Just a big thank you again to Matthew, to Mr. de Kock and the whole team, and to Angus Golder and Sheikh Hamdan. Thank you very much. It's wonderful to have wearing these silks, and please God we can have many more winners.
Congratulations to you, Fani Titi, the chairman of Investec, on hand to present you with the Grade 1 Investec Cape Derby. Congratulations, well done to our winning jockey Gavin Lerena, and you've also got a bottle of J&B.
Bottle of J&B to enjoy.
Thank you very much.
Don't drink it all at once.
No, Jules. Just a big thank you to Investec. It's wonderful that they sponsor the Cape Derby as well, and maybe one day we can ride in the Investec Derby overseas.
I'm sure that will be a dream for you. Well done, Gav.
Thank you, Jules.
Congratulations, well done to Gavin Lerena. Matthew, huge pressure today because I know how you've always rated this fella. He had to take on some big guns this afternoon, but he's held his name up well, and I thought a very good ride by Gavin, but full marks to you because when I saw him in the parade ring, boy, he looked tuned up.
Thanks, Jules. Yeah, he's really been doing well, and it's quite emotional for this horse to win. I mean, we've nearly died as a young horse here at Kock and everything. Just thanks to the whole team, Gavin, It's a special horse. Well done to Angus and Shadwell Stud. Thanks to Mr. Crawford and his whole team for helping us out. And well done to my dad, another grade one. And you know, it feels extra special to come here to Cape Town and take on the big boys. But we let our horses do the talking, and he's a special horse. And I'm just really happy the plan came together.
Well, I think full marks to you and to the team behind you, because to have pressure at such a young age and to try and step in your dad's footsteps, you've done a tremendous job. Well done to you.
Thanks, Jules. It's just I'm really grateful, surrounded by great people, my family, Angus and Gavin. You know, they're professionals in themselves, so they help me along. And thanks to Peter as well for being here, and all our fans out there in Cape Town. We love coming here.
I know your dad's the man that make all the decisions, but I mean, what would be his next step?
Probably we're looking at the Classic and the Derby in Joburg, but we'll take it as it comes, see how he takes the run and travels back to Joburg. But all things going well, that'll probably be it. And just thanks to Investec and J&B, it's a great day, and really enjoying it now.
I'm sure you're going to enjoy it even more after this. Congratulations, Matthew, a job well done.
Thank you, Jules.
There's your memento. Thanks once again to Fani Titi, Chairman of Investec, and your bottle of Urban Honey, Matthew. I know you'll definitely enjoy that. Angus Gold, great to have you out at Kenilworth this afternoon, representing Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Great to see these colours in South Africa. I can't say it enough. I mean, it's absolute pleasure. And I know when we interview Matthew, he says it's a pleasure just training them and to have them horses like this in his yard. But for us racing fellows and enthusiasts, to see this type of blood race on South African shores is fantastic. So thanks to you, and of course thanks to the Sheikh bin Rashid Al Maktoum.
Well, Julie, it's a huge thrill to be here, and obviously easy to say when you've won a derby, but what a fantastic thrill to come to South Africa. And this horse has done particularly well because he shipped from Australia. As you know, we bred him in Australia. It was a very immature horse, and he got a colic here, and they had to open him up, and it looked at one stage it was touch and go whether he'd survive. So to come out 18 months later and win a derby is quite an effort, and a huge credit to all the de Kock team, both in Durban and Johannesburg. They've done brilliantly. And a great, great thank you to Investec and J&B for putting on this fantastic day. What a thrill.
And obviously great for Investec to sponsor, of course, the Investec Cape Derby and the Epsom Derby. And you, of course, coming from the UK, must be thrilling for you to be in South Africa.
Ah, it's fantastic. And obviously the racing here is wonderful. I've been lucky enough to come for quite a few years now, and it's just nice. I'm thrilled for Sheikh Hamdan because he's put a lot in, as you say, and he's shipped these horses from Australia, and we bought horses in Australia and South Africa, so lovely to see him have a bit of success.
Thanks very much, Angus. There's your memento. That is the floating trophy, so it is a big one there for Angus Gold. Of course, it is Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum that he's representing with number 4, ERTIJAAL. We also have our winning groom coming through from the Mike de Kock stable. Oh, just a bit of a band over there as well from Investec Cape Derby that Angus Gold will be taking over. So there you go. Congratulations. Also, our winning groom, Fani Titi, will be representing you with the winning groom memento. I know Angus has got his hands full over there, but I'm sure Dar will help him out and carry a couple of trophies there for Angus. There we go. Well done to our winning groom. So there's the winning groom for turning out the 4, ERTIJAAL, in very good style. Well, that's a wrap for our 6th race out at Kenilworth. Number 4, ERTIJAAL, the son of Hardspun, Gavin Lerena, riding a superb race for the Mike de Kock stable. Well, great to have 2 representatives from Investec with me out at Kenilworth this afternoon. I'm going to start off with Anthony Kane. Of course, you the chairman of Epsom from the UK, all the way from the UK. You must be enjoying our weather.
Well, magic. Every year I've been lucky enough to come out here at this time of year, and it's just wonderful. Yes, we escape from the winter.
And of course,